Today I'm going to answer a question from one of you guys that subscribed to me, or hopefully you've subscribed to me. I got a message on my Facebook and basically you wanted to hear the EL34 EVH head through a good old Marshall cab. Now, it was actually a greenback cab the guy was interested in. I forgot your name, I'm sorry about that. Now, I don't have a greenback cab, but my rhythm guitarist, who doesn't know I'm using this, but it doesn't matter, he won't care, does have a 1960A old Marshall cab. Now, when I was a teenager and in my 20s, just about every cab that was on any stage, anywhere, was a Marshall. There were odd ones like Laney's popping up when people couldn't afford Marshalls or whatever, but the main cabs that you saw everywhere were Marshalls, and there were these ones, or the greenback version. Now, another thing which I'll say is, so are most of the heads. Let's not forget about Marshall. Let's not write them off, because I still think that these cabs are great, especially when you're close micing. When you're in a room with rehearsing with a band, I prefer Hesu because they sound so big and they fill the room and they project the sound really far. Now, these Marshall cabs for me disappear more in the mix, but when you close mic them, they can sound pretty angry, these cabs, and I quite like them. Anyway, I'm not going to mess around. Let's go. Let's hear the Marshall 1960A with the EVH EL34S. Let's go. So there you go, that was it. That's what the EVH sounds like through the Marshall 1960A. Now, one thing I will say is I've not played through a Marshall cab for probably about 4 years. I used to be supported by Marshall amps, that's what you call it when you're like a Marshall artist. Not one of them sort of Marshall artists, but somebody that uses Marshall and is recognised on their roster. Now, the thing is, I enjoyed that. I quite enjoyed it. It makes a change from the vintage 30s, which I'm used to. Now, one thing I did notice was that chugging was a lot more. It was quite enjoyable, was chugging. I enjoyed it a lot. Is it going to replace my Hesu cab? Well, definitely it's not going to replace my Hesu cabs because I love them. But if you can't afford a Hesu cab and you can't stretch to one, then a good cheap option is a Marshall cab, especially now even more than ever, because they can pop up on eBay for all kinds of silly prices, because for some reason the world, you know, is doesn't quite as lean towards Marshall cabs quite as much as they used to, so there's quite a lot of them knocking about. You can pick one up pretty cheap, and you know what, they're worth it, because the most important thing in your tone, despite how many heads you may buy, I honestly believe that changing cabs and speakers and things like that, that is the last thing in the chain, and it is super important. You can really change the tone of your amp and the feel of your amp by changing the cab. That was nice and fresh. It felt nice to me, because obviously I'm not used to it, and you know, if I'd have played on it a bit longer, it might have inspired me to write some new riffs or something. But yeah, that's what it sounds like anyway, the EVH. For you rockers out there, I'm sorry it wasn't much of a rocker demo, it was more of a metal demo. I was in drop D then, so it wasn't too low and too modern, but I'm on the Blue channel, just for those that are interested. Thanks a lot, I'll see you soon. I've got another Marshall video coming very shortly.